and salary hikes. Back to you.
All right, Rima, thank you very much for such a comprehensive setup. Let's straight away take this to then Sandip Agarwal, who tracks the IT space at Edelweiss. Sandeep, thanks for joining in. So Rima's given us a very comprehensive sort of overview of where we stand. The question is 36 times TCS. Do you expect this re-rating to continue? Is there scope for further multiple expansion?
So, I agree with Rima's call on the sector, what she said that, exceptional quarter in a decade and all. But I still disagree with the numbers which she has mentioned from the street. I think the numbers will be much better. We are expecting almost 6% growth for TCS, 6.5% for Infosys, and much stronger number for rest of the companies. As far as multiples are concerned, I will only, refer to the history FY9 to 16. Every time it used to look like, TCS is trading at 40 times forward multiple. Today, if you go and check those actual and the number, then it was actually trading at 16 to 18 times. So I would still say that, street, including me, are massively underestimating the earnings for next 2-3 years. When a tech cycle comes, it is beyond anyone's expectation. The numbers are always much higher than what are being anticipated. So I firmly believe that the street estimates are minimum 20-25% lower than what the real number will be. So if you do that math, then the multiples are much lower. And when you have clear visibility for 3-4 years of strong growth, both on revenue and margins, then multiples can be a little stretched. So I think, I still believe it is a very strong tech upcycle, and only maybe 20% of the cycle has played out till now.
Okay, only 20% of the upcycle. I mean, you say multiples are little stretched. I don't think these are a little stretch. Wipro, for example, was what? On an average, it's been trading at 14 times for the last 10 years. It's now trading at 26 times. I mean, that is 30 times. That's not little stretch by any stretch of our imagination. But okay, fine. If someone has sort of missed out on this whole rally in the IT space and wants to buy afresh, what would your pecking order look like now?
See, we have only done one change in last 18 months on our preference, and that is in say 4-5 months back or 6 months back, we have put HCL Tech above Infosys. And the reason about company's performance or anything, the reason is that we have a very strong view now on the cloud side and versus digital. So we are not saying digital will grow less. Digital will also grow equally strong, but cloud we believe will be much stronger going forward, because what has happened is that last 2-3 years, everyone has only focused on the UI part of the business or UI part of the app. They have not worked on the back end, and the time has come for transition deals and the transformation deals, which are big in size, to improve the core infrastructure. Otherwise, it is like, you are trying to run a Rafale on a Maruti 800 engine. That is what has happened with the whole world on the enterprise side. So I think very strong spend on the IMS on the cloud side will happen, and that's why we have promoted HCL Tech as top pick 5-6 months back, and followed by Infi TCS in the large cap space. And in the mid cap space, we believe that Mindtree and LTI will create equal shareholder value what Infosys and TCS has in next 10 years. So we are very bullish on all these names: Mindtree, LTI, LTTS, Coforge, and in small cap builders of Gensar, Firstsource. First of all, we don't dislike anything in the sector, and we believe it is a 3-4 year minimum, very strong upcycle. Only 20% has passed. So a lot of money will be made in the sector. Whatever stock you hold, you can keep them. If you don't hold, you are underweight, you should buy more. That's all.
Okay, so this is as bullish as it can get. And actually on HCL Tech, I've been looking at all their press releases. They never give more details on the deal, but so many deal announcements in this quarter that's closing from HCL Tech. You gave us a whole raft of names. Get your overall optimism, Sandeep. Leave us with your most preferred, let's say, 2 mid-cap IT names then.
So most preferred 2 large cap name, I will say HCL TCS, and most preferred 2 mid cap names, I would say, going by the current pricing, will be LTI and Coforge. And small cap will be Buildersoft and Gensar.
I wanted to ask you about Tata Elxsi. I mean, even as we speak, Tata Elxsi is sitting at a fresh high. Any thoughts there?
It's an excellent company, to be honest. And, the demand in ER&D space is through the roof. I will be surprised if any company doesn't tell no to at least 20% of the clients in next few quarters. They have to, because they cannot execute all the projects. I am very confident. So demand is not at all a challenge for next 3-4 years. They can grow as much they want to. That is the way I'll put. So there is no valuation and nothing which bothers me, because when demand is so strong, why to worry about the price? Because it is only in hand of company to add resources and execute. And there will be some challenge for 1 more month, because attrition still is high. And from 15th October, every day 5,000 to 7,000 people will start joining the workforce. So then the attrition scenario will also cool off and execution will pick up.
You know, Sandeep, we do so many interviews. This is one that I'm going to remember.
Never.
Really remember this one on the IT upcycle. We've only done 20%. There's an 80% runway ahead, says Sandeep. Thank you for joining in. Pleasure having you on the show.
And what a great place to be in for a company when they have to reject clients, right? There's so much demand, he says, for Tata Elxsi that they perhaps have to reject orders.
I thought you were going to say what a great place to be in for employees. You know, the kind of bonuses, the hikes and the, you know, all that's going on. Quick break on that note. On the other side, we have another big conversation lined up. Yes, it's the economy segment. Lata is going to be joining in. And today she'll be speaking with a very interesting banker. We'll be connecting with V. Vaidyanathan, Managing Director and CEO at IDFC First Bank to get more sense on the business.